Your book, and I'll show you the places where you need to kind of look at for breakfast problems.
I'm going to twist my neck all the way around. He does not.
Circles, if you go back to page 222. Page 222. Finding the center and the radius from the equation is really kind of in the parts of the 13 through 18, which is on page 222. These are kind of together. In that neighborhood. The clues is really numbers 1 through 12. I'd focus more on 7 through 12 than the first 6. The first 6 are easy. That's the circle stuff we did. The 27 through 34 on page 223. Is that intersection stuff. Remember, that's the substitution. Got to do a y equals or an x equals and plug it back in. Make sure for the circle you've got that equation on there. There really isn't anything new to add to it. But keep in mind it's r squared when you go ask for the radius. The ellipse on page 228. With the ellipse, A is always the largest. What's the A squared, B squared, and C squared relationship on your white sheet? C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared? Or A squared minus B squared? I think it's A squared minus B squared, isn't it? Yep. There you go. The distance from the center to the vertex endpoint is letter A. The distance from the center to the focus is C. That holds true for every single one we got. Center to the focus.
Okay, good.
B goes up and down. Yep.
Center to vertex is A.
Huh?
Center to vertex is A.
Yep. Should be on your white sheet somewhere on the back. I'm just kind of reiterating what you should have on your white sheet. The length of the string is 2A. Is there anything else we had to mess with? The largest number, the A squared, tells you the orientation, right? If the A squared is under X, egg's on its end, or on side, excuse me. If the A squared, or the largest number, is under the Y squared, it's on its end. The problems you got to mess with, finding the orientation and stuff from the equations, 1 through 6 on page 228 and 20. Let's see. This is for the ellipse. I'll put a BE by it. Numbers 1 through 6, which really isn't that big a deal, because those are all 0, 0 stuff. But 24 through 27. And I think there's some more near the back. 30, 31, 32, 33. The completing the square, that was just those last 2, 3 of them, I guess 34 through 36. For the ellipse. Graphing, you can pick any of them to graph. We'll probably go through one of those. And then clues from the equation, 12 through 15. Same place. And 38 through 41. The intersection stuff, which are also good ones to try, were 18 through 21. That's the ellipse. As you can tell, there's lots of stuff. Hyperbola turns to page 235. Things that are specific about the hyperbola. The a squared is always first in the equation. It's always a subtraction between the two squareds. Whichever squared is first is where the vertical axis is. If x is squared, you're going like this. If y is squared first, then you're going like that. The b squared, a squared, and c squared relationship is different. Well, I think we said c squared is a squared plus b squared. And that's about it. A is not the largest. It's always first. I'm going to put the ones in blue for the hyperbola. And I'll try and put them over on the other side. Page 235 is really where this is all at. One through 6 has got some of the equation stuff. And then near the end, I think it's 39 and 40. Completing the square with hyperbola is the tricky stuff. You've got to watch out for the negatives. Where was that? Oh, there's 41 and 42. Graphing, pretty well. Graphos. I think I'll save the graphing, all of them, for tomorrow. And then the clues, 19 through 22. And 43 and 44. I don't think we, well, maybe we did. Yeah, we did. For the intersections, and 16. And last but not least, our lovely parabola. Most of it should be in your head. I'll put this in purple. The orientation stuff was 1 through 8 on page 240. Is there any more? Oh. The clues, excuse me, completing the square was these last 5 we did. 6 we did, didn't it? Wasn't it? Page 240, 26 through 31. And the clues was the 11 through 18. And 22, it's actually 241, sorry. Through 25. And there weren't any of these we messed with. On page 253, there's a chapter test. These will be some good ones to look at for tomorrow, since we're going to run out of time here a little bit. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 through 7. Good. Answers for these are in the back of the book. 9, 10, and 11 are also very good.
Yeah, that should work out pretty good.
9 through 11. You turn to page 255. There is a cumulative review, which you don't want to even mess with, I'm sure. But numbers 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Page 255. (19 through 23). Excuse me. And there you go. A lot of stuff. Though a lot of